that Edith, and it seems like we are just going to be heading straight into the drafting phase. Let's see what adjustments they make. Fnatic Onic this time on the blue side. It is the Zask that is banned away by the first, by blue side. And the Aurora, that's a change.
Interesting. Aurora, Zask, Phoveus for Fnatic Onic. Let's see how this plays out. RRQ now will be forced to expend one ban onto the chip. Earlier, they were still respecting the Fanny for sure, but now they're going to be forced to let go of a Faramis or a Hylos if you're looking still at what they were banning away in game number 1. But we gotta cover this topic real quick, Mirko. Lunox and Harith, what happened here? I thought the Lunox was a surefire win against the Harith. Are players just adapting better? Has there just been a code that's been cracked by the player base on how to play that matchup?
In the team fights, it should be a surefire win for the Lunox. But the thing is, perfect timing by the way, to take a look at the draft pick recap for game 1. There was so much CC lockdown to actually stop Lunox from being a threat. There was the Edith as well, dealing constant damage and also soaking in a lot of the shots. Meanwhile, Skylar always entered the fight very late. That's a Juicin pick, instant response with the Edith and the Roger. So still utilizing that crazy flex. But the Juicin, we know this for Rins. This is a scary pick for someone like Rins. He knows how to play a backliner, carry as a front line.
Exactly. Fnatic Onic, they have the Zushin, but what can they add on to it? Because the Zushin, as good as it is, doesn't operate alone. You still need a lot of help, and technically, in theory, this pick is a great fit for someone like Sans who wants to be crazy, who wants to be in the front line and have all the outside playmaking potential, but the Yve comes through. Rins knows how to play this Yve. We've seen him do it before. Now the range favors him, and I guess there is still the threat of Kyrie on the Nolan. That is the one thing they have to be careful of. But the Yve, I mean, there's so many ways to try and approach this.
Yeah, I wonder why they keep on going for the Cho, huh? I mean, it is flex, but the thing is, especially now, we get to see the Yve. That is going to be some anti-CC that he can utilize in the kit. That's the Harith ban as well. Usually you will see that comboed in together with the Nolan. Now it's going to be taken away. The Roger will most likely be a gold lane pick, but hey, since the Jin played it, he got a savage last time around against Fnatic Onic in that first leg. So Fnatic Onic definitely puts them in a tough spot now. What to ban, what to ban. That also is a counter pick to the Juicin. We've seen Yve just get tremendous success.
Exactly, the wave clear, the damage output, the burst potential that's a lot higher. It's almost like when it comes down to spammability, the Zushin can win with the continuous Lantern Flare. But when it comes to the damage and the utility, when it comes to slows, I feel like the Yve can actually come out on top right here. So with the Lolita banned away by RRQ, were they predicting some kind of... Wow, are they predicting something for Fnatic Onic, or do they themselves want to go for something with good projectiles? The Natan gets read out by Fnatic Onic. First move for Coach Kez. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be check?
Matilda. Throwing away that flex potential from the Edith. Now Edith gonna go to the hands of Dyron. It is going to be Matilda Edok playing still with the Roger flex towards the very end.
Interesting. Now it's quite annoying for Fnatic Onic. They have the Zushin, but when you think that the Lantern Flare is going to lift someone up, that's where the guiding wind comes through. RRQ, we talked about how their maneuverability makes them so dangerous. Now with the Yve that's immobile, they have a Matilda to add onto it. They're lacking more frontliners though, in theory. So for Fnatic Onic, what's it gonna be right here? Do they feel like they want to go for the pick-off? Are they thinking that the Matilda might be too big of an issue?
Wait, does this mean that the Hylos has been left open?
Yep.
Is it still possible for Fnatic Onic to pick it up for themselves here?
Kinda is, actually. Oh, Arlet and the carry. Maybe. Well, the carry though, wow. Out of nowhere, responded immediately. Try.
Oh,
the Ixia!
Oh man, that Ixia Matilda combination.
Oh no.
And it's a carry matchup. Oh, that is a bad matchup for the carry, man. That is a... Oh man, I don't know if you guys remember this, but if you remember last season when Keskut was still coaching for Bigatron Alpha, it was Eman on the Ixia that beat Skylar on the carry.
Oh man. What do you think about this though, Mirko? Against a Nolan, having a Yve and an Ixia, somewhat vulnerable, but having a Matilda as an additional survivability tool. No purifies. on both teams. They just want that outplay, man. Only Edok running the Purify here.
Oh, the thing is, you're gonna have to deal with the Roger, the Edith, and the Mathilda's gonna be peeling for the Ixia. It is good for RQ, I would say.
All right, let's see it, ladies and gentlemen. Our second game in the Royal Derby. Once again, the best of the kings. The Kings of Kings and the Sky Kings going at it again. Can Onic replicate their success from leg number 1 and go for a clean sweep against the Sky Kings? Let's see it unfold before our eyes as we get into the Land of Dawn.
Oh, just earlier in the earlier matches, I was saying that an Ixia would be cool here, but unrealistic. And now RRQ has brought it out. Having the combo as well, there's this real world manipulation full barrage combo that can be done by RRQ to keep everyone just in line, in the firing range for Skylar. Let's see how this plays out, man. Rez, as always, is going to be very, very aggressive. But Arlet, Sushin, and Nolan, a lot of damage potential, but I don't know. It seems like they have to wait a bit longer before they can make the plays happen. Looking at a bit of the emblems here by IndyHome. Weapon mastery for the Ixia.
Look at this.
So the shoes on the other foot. Skylar feels like he's gonna have space to do damage. And it's a Master Assassin for CW on the carry, actually. So he is risking it. He's not going for the defensive emblems we've seen a lot of carries go for.
That's very confident, actually, in this losing matchup. You can already see Skylar winning it out in the range. Like Mirko mentioned earlier on, this is an amazing lane for the Ixia. The carry understands this. We'll have to lose a few camps there, creeps rather there. But for the most part, it's still both teams being very passive.
Look at the placement on that void, on the void crystals though, by Rins. Kind of make sure that it catches Sans, does a bit of damage, but also still lands on the minion wave. Mathilda and Yves, in theory, I feel like Fnatic Onic can clear faster, but with the threat of damage coming in from the Wisps and from the Void Blast of Rins, it really is a bit more tricky to just go in for a full clear.
I don't know. I think with the changes in the Yves should be able to clear well enough with Mathilda as well. And there it is. But again, with Cho once again being flexed into the EXP lane, still sitting at a 0% win rate today, by the way, as both of these teams are going to unfold onto the neutral objective.
Fnatic Onic bringing it back to Turtle. Darren walking up. Kyrie winning out the red tree battle despite the real world manipulation. Kibo, jumping with a vengeance will be punished. Rez walking up. Edok getting the last hit and the Purify out of the way. The Dragon Sons gets caught as well. Darren with a basic attack in the Primal Wrath form. Ixia up top, Kyrie coming down, and that's an assassination, the weakness of the Ixia.
Okay, whose trade was that worth it for? What?
Flicker forward? Oh, it was a risky play. Rins almost read it perfectly.
I think it's still worth it for RRQ. We talked about how RRQ, they were losing earlier in game number 1 because of the Roger difference, but now they have Tsujin on that Roger instead, but look at this.
ACC just a bit, but remember, there's always that Mathilda.
All right. Ooh, Kyrie though. Almost gets another pickoff. But again, oh wow. Big moves coming in from Kyrie on that Nolan. He wants to really flex out those skills. But RRQ, I think it was kind of okay, but the fact that they lost Skylar afterwards really isn't as beneficial. So Fnatic Onic, despite the lack of winning lanes, quote unquote, they're still keeping up in the gold difference due to those factors.
By the way, where are the Sonics in the building? Where are the Fnatics? 18% for Fnatic Onic? Or is that just the overwhelming presence of the Kingdom? I can't tell.
I think it's the overwhelming force of the Kingdom. We all know what the Kingdom can do, especially with a team this good. Edok going to be chain CC, the Vengeance coming down. Edok, getting final slash. Look at him, just corpse in the river.
No Purify available just yet. Forced to be kind of, corralled by Sans to enter that neutral objective pit. 20 seconds though, he's gonna be available for the next neutral objective. But look at this, Skylar.
Gonna be ganked again, this time 4 members up top. CW able to get that free hit onto the turret. Kyrie doing the same, and say goodbye to that turret goal, man.
Turns out it's not a bad lane for CW at all, right?
Not with 3 members up there, no.
Exactly, and he's going to be able to get a lot of gold there. Should be able to propel him a lot further than Ixia right now. But again, both of these teams corralling against the next neutral objective. It gets reset, but here we go.
Picked back now with the real world manipulation plays down. Kibo is going to go in with a vengeance. Diamond popped in a primal rack. Kibo with a final slash. Tsujin stun lock there. But it is going to be that full barrage as Tsujin
gets the red tree win.
That's insane. That's insane. Suchijin was a level below. Perfect timing, was able to get that kill and then get that level 8 and then win out that retribution against Kyrie, who didn't even use it actually.
Kedua, top of the Lantern Flare, Sutsujin shooting Rez away.
Right now, RRQ aren't really tanky enough, and that is exactly why Fnatic Onic, as long as they walk forward together and escort Sans, he is just so deadly there because a single liftoff can kind of get tied into a lot of other things. And later on, when CW gets the items, it's going to be a lot more dangerous when someone is stuck in that Lantern Flare. But for Rince, already picking up the glowing wand, this means that the healing that Keeper was able to use to survive ever so slightly longer in those fights is going to be cut down by quite a bit. And it's going to slow down the regeneration and augment that poke damage that the Yve can bring to the table. But when it comes down to it, the issue still persists. RRQ don't really have a solid front line. They're forced to just rotate Dairon again and again from the EXP lane to be the main front line in these fights.
And that's a problem, right? Because technically Ixia needs that proper setup, right? Even the Yve, wait a second, Dairon?
And pull back Rez with the flicker forward there. Good real world manipulation by Rins to catch Rez, and Enoch is right there to pick up the scraps.
Well, despite no setup, we know that RQ have the composition for a great counter engage, and that's exactly what they're working with, especially earlier on before. And Ixia should be able to get this tower in the top side, so RQ are trading rather well.
Look at that poke, look at the damage. And even worse, after you get hit by a spell from Rince right now, you have to wait a bit longer before you can use your own regen. You can see CW finally regenning up, but that's a turret being picked up already as Sutsujin fearless against Kyrie.
He just tanked up that fracture like it was nothing.
It's the benefit you have playing the Roger. But look at this, already on the other side. You see, this is an interesting turn of events. The junglers are the ones sent away to go for the push. As Skylar moves kind of forward, but Dairon is there.
Oh, good read by Keyboy. Dairon trying to go for the Earth Shadow. Certainly Eagle knocking 3 members up, but it's just a bit of poke from RQ. CW popped in the ultimate. No ult for the carry. Now they're gonna have to do it. Kyrie wins out the red tree battle. There was no Sutsujin earlier. Rez will fall. It's a trade. XP for Turtle. Oh, but it's going to be even more than just Rez. Sans. Oh, the full barrage, able to flicker out. Sutsujin should be able to actually take this purple buff away. Good maneuvers by Kyrie. Actually, never mind. He doesn't decide to commit on the orange buff. He decides to recall.
So that's a big win for RQ, is it not?
Quite the massive win, trading a turtle but denying the buff, putting Kyrie even further behind. You saw how important it is to stay on curve with levels and golds for the jungler, and in the grand scheme of things, even the turret on the bottom side here gets taken out. The fact that RRQ have the liberty of flickering forward with Skylar on the Ixia, that is crazy, man. They have so much pressure around the map right here, and the fact that the Rins can just stand there with a real manipulation to cancel out any kind of engaged threat. It's just good read coming in from him. If you look at the player head-to-head by our new application GoPay, Sans still has the higher KDA, always is the flashier player, but in teamfight participation, it's still Sans. Rins, though, as a new member from the MDL, I guess because he is a new member from the MDL, he has the higher hero pool, and that is what is being abused by Coach Keskute.
It is. A lot of people have been comparing these two, especially with Sans not being as flashy as he used to be, right? Gila Sans, known to play all 5 phones, all 5 devices. We're not really seeing as many flashy plays, but I mean, even from the stats, we can still see that he is a dependable mid laner.
Oh, is he able to escape him?
Oh.
Rez gets spotted out too. Sutsujin finds him. And they all look to Rez, the escape artist. He does it again.
Man, it was way too close for comfort for Rez, seeing his life flash before his eyes. But look at how RQ were playing it. Focusing on the bottom side, cutting straight through the middle of the map to try and catch stragglers that were pushing the top side. It's a great idea, but with 3 more seconds to the Lord spawns, the Ixia is still all the way on the top side. Can they rotate in time? I think that they were predicting that Fnatic Onic don't have enough damage to shred it down. For now, it makes sense, but later on, the carry will be a lot more dangerous here. As you can see, Sans with the glowing wand will be able to poke a bit more reliably.
Let's see. He double dividing in win. Diamond already with the primal wrath. Sans with the crimson beacon forward, but now gets caught by the full barrage. Skylar! Free hitting all the way from the back. Sutsujin picking up the kill. Rin's falling as well, but Rez is burning down. Sutsujin gets the red tree. Nolan can only just run away. CW will be food for Enoch tonight.
No way. Oh, they don't have minions. All right, 4-for-1 trade. They have a Lord on the way. This is, again, remarkable performance coming in from RRQ. And technically, they do have a more tricky lineup, right? They need to be able to set up properly a front to back with Skylar as well as Rins, and yet they're still able to accomplish it. They're still able to execute it. And it seems like Fnatic Onic just keep walking into that trap.
Fnatic Onic, we were concerned about Kyrie popping off. But with the way RRQ are playing right here, every single push, every single angle is checked out. So Kyrie can't find an easy way in to go for the flanks. And because of that, the backline damage, man, the Yve and the Ixia is just way too much to deal with. With the close mid-range composition of Fnatic Onic, they have to really just dive in all the way to the backline, and even then, it doesn't guarantee them a favorable result.
Real world manipulation on the Kyrie, the full barrage as well. RWM and the full barrage. T-Boy and Rez get zoned from all the way downtown, man. RRQ unable to utilize the Lord first one to take a base turret, but that's still value, getting all the tier 2s.
That's a creative approach from RRQ. Make sure that you zone them away from the turret and let the Lord do its thing. They still have full control around the map right here. With no more turrets available, you can see that Fnatic Onic are struggling quite a bit. And with CW still keeping up in farm, but definitely pressured.
Dino with Earth Shadow Flicker, not a final slash. San's able to get out with the Crimson Beacon. The CW gets rid of him. Rez in the midst of it all now. Gunned down by Such, and he's looking for another. The stun lands the Mercenary. Sans, can he escape? No, he cannot.
He doesn't get the triple kill. But so they are going to be able to push forward again. 3 members from the side of the Sky Kings are eliminated. And that's the inhibitor turret. It looks like they're looking for an end angle.
Kyrie going up against Edok, walking up, clearing up the wave. Jin now maneuvering forward as well. They won game 1. This could be another sweep. The base is wide open. RRQ up against the Sky Kings. Kyrie walking up, use some damage. Jin getting kicked down as well. The base is there. The final slash. T-Boy getting a moment. Skylar with the flicker forward. What?
They didn't get it! 1 hit, 2 hits. But Fnatic Onic, the Sky Kings, still win out that defense. That would have been an 11-minute game against the reigning champions here at MPL ID. But yet RRQ still unable to close it there and then.
A greedy play by RRQ. They're able to get several kills for their troubles. But look at Sans sneakily stealing away the buff. He has the Blood Wings and the Glowing Wand as well right here. But now it's back to the same setup. The Lord is up. But the waves are favoring Fnatic Onic, and there's no time for RRQ to go to the bottom side for that setup. But Rez,
it's gonna be caught. The Circling Eagle coming down, fully isolated. Rez still able to find a way to drag it, but now the RWM full barrage combo and the Mathilda to bring the full barrage forward. T-Boy cannot survive. Skylar picks up the kill. The last siege. It's almost as if it did not happen. Fnatic Onic can't do anything. And now with Sans, one Skila, now normalized by the Kings of Kings. CW is next. Pops into it with a nature, does some damage, but in the end, RRQ are inevitable.
look at Kyrie though, trying to do something, trying to push the mid lane, but Diamond stops him. It's over.
13 minutes. The Sky Kings reign in MPL Indo are threatened. The King of Kings continue their win streak, continue their run, and continue their conquest to reclaim what is theirs.
First time, you may call it luck. But the second time, it's definitely not just that. Is this the start of a new reign? Is this the start of a new dynasty? Rex Regum Kaon, 2-0, 2 times in a row against the reigning champs, Fnatic Onic.
Oh man, the heck was going on right there? Fnatic